China urges Russia to end Ukraine war in extraordinary 12-point intervention. China has said conflict and war benefit no one as it calls for both parties to end the war in Ukraine through peace. China has called for peace talks and a ceasefire in the Ukraine war in a shocking intervention as the country tries to become a peacemaker. The country said it wanted to stop the conflict from spiraling out of control and argued dialogue and negotiation are the only possible route to resolve the conflict. The Chinese Foreign Ministry on Friday released a 12-point paper explaining its position on a political settlement. The proposal comes a year after Putin shocked the world with its invasion of Ukraine. Conflict and war benefit no one. All parties must stay rational and exercise restraint, avoid fanning the flames and aggravating tensions, and prevent the crisis from deteriorating further or even spiraling out of control, the statement said. Over the conflict, China's position on this situation has been challenging to read, with diplomats walking a tightrope between appearing neutral and respecting the country's close ties to the Kremlin by blaming NATO for provoking the conflict. Last February, the state abstained from a UN Security Council resolution which disapproved of the war in Ukraine. And yesterday evening, the country abstained from another vote calling for Russia to immediately and unconditionally remove its troops from Ukraine. It is also that understood many in Kiev are likely to be uneasy about Beijing's urge for a ceasefire unless Russia gives back all its occupied territory. In the past, Zelensky has slammed Putin's attempts to create peace on his terms. But Vladimir Putin has continued to spark war fever in Russia. In a massive rally in a Moscow sports stadium, the leader said Russia was fighting for historical lands. Ms. Leshchinska said if China wants to show it is neutral, it should push Russia to pull out its troops and increase its engagement with Ukraine. So far, China's President Xi Jinping has not called Zelensky but has spoken to Putin multiple times. Despite Ukraine's expectations about the type of peace they want, Zelensky has said China's calls for peace are a good start.